Hello, Ratam here. Welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. I'm going to try to write out an episode for today. And apologies if you can hear music in the background. It's like midnight, but they're still playing at the festival, so yay for noise. Anyway, okay, so let's continue. Mion and the others, having set up for the Watanagashi festival or something, invited me along, but I refused. Of course I did. How could they be taking it easy and setting up for a festival in this situation? Mion had a lot of nerve. The first thing I did when I got back was take a shower. Okay, somewhat normal, I guess. Not because I wanted to wash off sweat, it was because I wanted to be even calmer. I already understood this, but killing that man would be so very easy. The really hard thing to do would not be getting arrested for it, so we could get our peaceful days back. As I thought about it, I realized it wasn't easy. Japan's police force have the highest arrest rate in the world. I would need to deceitfully put off the perfect crime, and it couldn't be a half-hearted attempt. Still, it wasn't 100%. Even the best police force in the world couldn't have a 100% arrest rate. I've read a lot of articles on trials of people brought up on false charges. They do a lot to determine whether they really were false accusations, but figuring out who the real criminal was is usually out of the question. That meant perfect crimes did exist. In fact, perfect crimes are sort of like works of art. They could even be respected and revered. You just had to look at the inundation of mystery novels everywhere throughout history. They dealt with all sorts of difficult to solve incidents, involving secret rooms and alibis and stuff. But they all wanted to show one thing. They wanted to show the beauty of a perfect crime. There was something divine in the flawlessness of the word perfect. Yes, perfect crimes were the skills of the gods. And in that sense, the serial freak deaths they were calling the curse of Oyashiro-sama, I understood. They must have been the works of gods. Each one appeared to have been resolved, but they couldn't stop it from happening every year. Yeah, skills belonging only to gods. Those are the perfect crimes. And I would be setting up my own crime before Oyashiro-sama's series of perfect crimes 4 years in running. If I were to put it boldly, I was challenging a god. Foolhardiness would be needed to make the decision, but I needed to be calm, cool, colder than ice to put that plan together. Kill him like a flame, but as systematic as ice. Starting now, I needed to retain both of those ideas within me. Modeling my crime after a mystery novel wasn't actually a bad thing to focus on. Really? Doesn't that, create a link? Like, the fact that it's based off of a mystery novel, if they realize that, they'll go, oh, well, who could possibly have read that mystery novel to form that link? Sometimes kidnappings involving disturbing original methods that made it into the newspaper were used as a basis for novels after the person was arrested. Stuff like that made it into the news. Day and night, for a very long time, mystery novel authors polished and refined the most fantastic artistic crimes. Well, isn't normally something less flashy and more normal in a way? Imitating that could be a shortcut to planning the perfect crime in a short period of time. Of course, I haven't read enough mystery novels to act all high and mighty about them. The one who really liked mystery novels was my mom. Oh dear, he's gonna create something which is gonna link it back to him. I can just see it happening already. She'd read every well-known mystery novel from overseas, from past and present. Every time she watched mystery shows, she would always criticize them as having cheap tricks or being poorly thought out. I wonder what the perfect crime would mean to her. And also the fact that if he asks her, then she might get suspicious of him, you know? Well.
これまでの推理小説の中で母さんが一番よくできたと思った完全犯罪？
And he is literally asking her. The face palms.
うん。母さんって結構たくさん推理小説を読んでるでしょ。そういうの詳しいかなって思って。
それを読むから楽しいのよ。初めからトリックを教えちゃったら楽しみがなくなっちゃうわ。
It wasn't like I was asking for my own amusement. She was deflecting a question, so I'd somehow butter her up first and draw out an answer.
そうね。よくできた推理小説。結構どれもこれもいろんな魅力があって、どれが面白かったとは言いにくいけど、強いてあげれば。
Okay, so moving on. I don't know much about that, but it followed a perm or something, I think. And gradually killed off people. Middle of the Orange Express is everyone is involved in the killing. I mean, that's typically how Agatha Christie's murder novels go. Either everyone did it, or no one did it.
母さんの好きな小説のタイトルが知りたいんじゃないよ。母さんが一番舌を巻いた完全トリックが知りたいんだよ。
本当に完全なトリックだったら名探偵に解く余地がないじゃない。
That was true. Then there'd be no point.
推理小説は解ける謎をいかに解くかの過程を楽しむものよ。解けない謎だったらそれは推理小説の題材になり得ないわね。
I mean, we're playing the game right now, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of unsolvable at this point. Later on, it will probably be solvable. But at this point, it's unsolvable. And this is kind of a mystery novel, in a way.
そっか。そりゃそうだよな。
Actually, it kind of mirrors... Thinking about it just now, just came to my head right now. In a way, it kind of mirrors the mystery death incidents. Because each individual game, it can be solved on its own. But the whole series is left as a mystery. Just thought that was an interesting parallel.
主人公に解けなかったらお話として成立しないもんな。
Was I being too simplistic? Yes. A mystery novel is basically a game. What about a game that's basically a mystery novel? There were versions so that you could get to the goal, so that you could solve them. But I couldn't use something so optimistic. It needed to be the be-all end-all of tricks, so that we could, without a doubt, return to our old lives.
ということはケイチ、真の完全犯罪は物語にすらならないというのがわかるかしら？
Mom looked at me intellectually and grinned impishly. I'd never gotten to read it, but apparently one time, a long time ago, Mum had written her own mystery novel and submitted it for some mystery novel award. Apparently she was really into it. Don't even become stories? What does that mean?
ケイチ、物語の最低構成要素は？
起承転結。
正解。特に肝心なのは当たり前だけど、木に当たる部分よ。スタートの木がなかったら、そもそも物語は始まらない。
そりゃそうだよ。何も起こらなかったら何も始まらない。
I think she's referring to if there's no, record of someone disappearing or being killed, maybe.
そう。
No, never mind.
何も起こらないから事件にもならない。探偵も呼ばれないから推理もない。推理がないなら解決もない。つまり、これが究極の完全犯罪。
The perfect crime is to not commit a crime at all. It's just like, whatever. The only way to win the game is to not play it.
ちょっと待って。もう一度説明してくれるかな。
My mom just told me something absurd. And she was saying it so smoothly too, so I kind of tuned her out, but she said something extremely important just now.
そんな難しい話じゃないわよ。そもそも事件が発覚しなければいいだけの話。
Oh, I was right after all.
そもそも発覚しない事件。
つまり、例えばよ。誰も立ち入らない深い森の奥で、おじいさんが一人暮らしをしているとする。
うん。
そのおじいさんがある日、斧で殺されました。ちなみに犯人は、じゃあ、おじいさんの息子ね。おじいさんの家に来て一緒にお酒を飲んでいたんだけど、ちょっと喧嘩になって殺してしまった。
What an extremely cheap plot. It was an impulsive crime, without a bit of planning. It's pretty far from a perfect crime.
でも圭一、そこはとてもとても深い森の中の一軒家なの。普段は絶対に誰も訪れない深い山奥の深い深い森の中。さて、殺した息子は町に帰ってきてこう言うの。おじいさんは元気だったって。
それのどこが完全犯罪なの？
Kind of reminds me of me on the last game when she killed her mum, but then said she was just sick. That's why she wasn't coming out.
圭一、この事件はね、おじいさんが殺されているのが見つかって初めて木を迎えるのよ。もしもこの後誰もおじいさんの家を訪れなかったら、永久に木は訪れない。
The beginning would never occur.
だからつまり物語は始まらない。事件が発覚しないから探偵も呼ばれない。そもそも誰も不審に思わないから謎も起こらない。おじいさんは今日も一人でのんびり森の奥で暮らしているんだろうね。で、お空におじいさんの顔が浮かんで、ジエンド。どう？こんな感じで。
すごいじゃないか。それちゃんとしたトリックだよ。
でも娯楽小説にはならないわね。推理小説は所詮娯楽書。完全犯罪の指南書にはなり得ないんだから。
I was trying hard to talk cheerfully to fool her, but inside I was excited. Special tools, strange geography, mystery drugs, traps involving huge sums of cash. None of them were needed for perfect crimes. The important thing was that there wasn't a beginning. As long as the incident didn't come to light, it would be fine. Speaking broadly, if I could kill him without anyone finding out, and dispose of a corpse somewhere no one could find him, it would basically already be a perfect crime. Of course, if someone up and vanished one day all of a sudden, people would get suspicious. Okay, so rather than going with the murder route, he's going with the disappearance route then. That's what I suggested, what, last episode? Maybe before then? It's kind of been a while since I recorded that last part. Yeah, but that didn't apply to this man. Last year, after their aunt died, he ran away from the village in fear of Oyashiro-sama. When the night of Washinagashi came around again, everyone would have to think that he ran away in fear again. I mean, he had been living with a lover of his in town. No matter what it felt like when he vanished, no one would be suspicious. People hated him, after all. No one would care if he went where he. No one would care where he went if he disappeared. When I thought about it like that, it got easier and easier to imagine killing him. There was no point in thinking inside my house anymore. I left, getting my bike out of the garage, or however you want to say it. For now, it didn't matter where I was going. I just rode through the wind, trying to calm my excitement by feeling the cool air on my body. Where I'd kill him, how to do it, what time, and how to dispose of the corpse. If I just had those 4 things, I could get a good plan going. I was so surprised at how little there was to decide that I shivered. I'd been completely prepared to build this humongous plan over a really long period of time. But if I could just get these little things in order, I could put it into motion. I think he's seriously underestimating what it takes to kill someone. Today was Saturday. I'd have to kill him with a knife for Rosh Nagashi, so as long as I was standing in for Oyashiro-sama, I only had 24 hours remaining. Sadako, just hang on for 24 more hours. I can't even imagine having to suffer through even more, but please hold out for a little longer. I know you can't even last another second, I know that, but please, just hold out. Nini will save you for sure. Outside, it was still early enough for cicadas to be crying. Early afternoon. Evening was still a long way off. I looked at the sky. At some point it had gotten cloudy. Come to think of it, as I left the house, I heard on the TV that the weather forecast was calling for a chance of rain on Saturday. The sky was the colour of lead. I heard a little bit of thunder. Do I hear music? Yes, I definitely have expected a sudden evening shower. My first destination was school. Before explaining why I was going there, I needed to explain what method for killing that man I had decided on. I decided that the most suitable death, one I needed to give him, was the same as last year's curse, beating him with a bat. It's messy, you're probably going to get yourself hurt, and that's going to raise questions, it's la-da-da-da-da-da-da. The same as the punishment their aunt had received, being beaten to death. Wouldn't beating him to death be somewhat unreliable? Exactly. You may think that stabbing him with a blade would be more reliable, that's also unreliable. But this was something I had chosen after a lot of thought. You just need to think realistically. The law. It prohibited carrying any blades longer than 10 centimeters, I think. So blades available to me, though long enough, were limited to things shorter than a ruler. You can probably understand how tricky it would be with such a short reach to go up against an opponent that might fight back. In that case, using a weapon with reach would be far more effective. Meanwhile, I'm just hoping that Sadako can lead him through the traps in the mountains. Anyway, it might not have the same precision, but you just had to hit the guy until you killed him. Both options resulted in death. With that settled, what is the weapon with the most terrifying force behind it, that is also easy to carry around? By this point, you should immediately think of a metal baseball bat. I don't need to explain how terrifying a metal baseball bat can be as a weapon. But, as we experienced in the first part, he doesn't have strong enough arms to use it multiple times, repeatedly. Of special note is the fact that you can carry one around in broad daylight and not be thought of as suspicious. Just those 2 points would have been enough to choose a metal bat for my weapon. But there was one more reason for choosing a metal bat in particular. I'll speak about it later. After school that Saturday, my classmates were still having fun, playing in the schoolyard. I could show up there and it would be the same as always, so nobody will think I'm suspicious. Getting my hands on the weapon without looking suspicious was already a factor I couldn't ignore. I didn't normally play baseball, so if I went to a sports store looking for a metal bat, it would definitely be suspicious. Can't let there be a beginning to the story, so I needed to be really careful about that. That left school. At a location at which my appearance wouldn't be suspicious, I would acquire the weapon. I checked inside the classroom through the window, but of course there was nobody there. I'm guessing maybe some interaction with Iri or Coach, or aka Coach. The only students who were staying there were me and the others when doing club activities. Without us, classroom after school was just an empty, unused room. Without glancing around nervously, as if I'd just gone to get something I'd forgotten, I casually went into the entrance. It looked like the teacher was busy with paperwork in the teacher's lounge. I didn't see her in the hallway. Naturally, yet quickly as a shadow, I entered the classroom. The empty room was full of strange stagnant air that you couldn't feel normally. An empty classroom, with nobody here. Maybe while nobody was around, the desks creep about of their own accord, licking the floors clean of dirt. If I suddenly stepped into a place like that, would the desks, in their surprise, fly at me, crush my bones, and eat me alive?
バカバカしい。
I felt regret at wasting valuable thinking time on stupid delusions. As opposed to the not stupid delusions of you killing someone. Oops, I didn't mean that. The students' lockers were lined up at the back of the classroom. The one I was looking for wasn't my own. It was the forbidden locker. One I had accidentally discovered one day. Satoshi's.
あった。北条。間違いない。
If one person has one locker, then why would only Satoko have two? I'd made a fuss about it once. After that, I learned it was Satoshi's locker, that he had the same last name as her. But of course, even though it was a locker for a student no longer here, looking inside it was still a shameless act. I mean, strange. Satoko's brother has the same last name as her. Who'd have thunk it? But one time, I let my curiosity get the better of me and took a peek inside. Inside was an average and worthless, at the time. I hadn't been interested, so until now I'd forgotten that it had been in it. But now that I had, dare I say, awakened, I remembered the thing that had been there. Just going back over the events now that I think about it again, I feel like I've been doing that a lot, but what? I'm no longer understanding parts of it. Because from the first one we can guess that Satoshi knew that he was going to disappear, but from what we found out this time, I mean, because the first one, him waving around with a baseball bat and stuff, but this time it seems perfectly explainable that he was just going, like he withdrew the money to buy a present for Satoko for her birthday. But then why was he getting paranoid and practicing with a baseball bat then? Because we can probably expect that things which happened over a year ago are the same in these games. The only thing which changes is what happens after the protagonist arrives. So, what's with this somewhat slight discrepancy? Scrape. I opened the locker, and a stench of mold and sweat wafted out, like a gym storehouse that hadn't been cleaned in weeks. My face puckered up with the stench, but I looked for it. Yes. Satoshi was on Coach's baseball team. Inside the locker was a Hinamizawa fighter's uniform. And it. One Satoshi used. The metal bat. Yes. This was the reason I wanted to choose this bat. This murder would be carried out by me, but this wasn't originally my role. It was Satoshi's. But I'd stand in for him and call myself Satoko's Nini. It was one of the rules, standing in for him. He's just getting more and more delusional, isn't he? I reached for the metal bat and grasped it firmly. It was light, and yet its tip had enough heft in it, easy enough to easily imagine the horror if I brought it down with all my might. Satoshi, I'll give you one last chance to save your sister. Lend me your strength. You're a coward, but I will stand in for you. So if you still care even a little bit about her, you will lend me your strength. There's no more suitable weapon in the world for putting that man to death than your bat. Now, I just need to figure out where to hide it. Tomorrow, before the act, I would just stop by the school and grab it. Because I couldn't ignore the possibility someone would see me bringing it home and think it was strange. But if I left it here, there wouldn't be a problem. Plus, tomorrow was Sunday. Not only that, but it was the biggest day of the festival of the whole village. Will the school be open tomorrow to be able to get it? Nobody would be coming to school. I left out the entrance and went over to a construction vehicle parked nearby. We'd been warned by our teacher not to touch it just for laughs, so none of the kids would come near the vehicle either. They wouldn't, because if she found out they'd touched it, they'd be in huge trouble. I quietly hid it in the shadow of the vehicle. Chances of someone operating the vehicle tomorrow were slim to none, because tomorrow was Sunday. Government workers had the day off, and, from what my classmates had said, the thing had been left here for years now. Machines that haven't been moved in years, you can't just suddenly start them up again. So I was almost definitely fine in this case. The sunlight was piercingly hot. My head grew faint for a moment. What's this about? Had the heat been this harsh for the entire day? A moment of dulled thoughts like this was a moment of carelessness. I gave myself a couple hits in the head and looked round warily. Okay, next, how to dispose of a corpse. Disposing of a corpse. The ultimate way not to create a beginning was to not let the corpse be found. It was even more important than killing him. Thinking on it vaguely, the first thing that came to mind was the swamp. Onagafuchi, the dreadful bottomless swamp revered even now, that appeared in the legends of Onagafuchi village. Yes, the swamp called Onagafuchi was here first, and then the village took its name to become Onagafuchi village. In other words, the swamp was the origin of Onagafuchi village. No one, no matter who it was, would float back to the surface of this bottomless swamp. Everyone would be swallowed down into the land with the demons below the earth. That was how the stories went. If I was trying to copy Yoshiro's curse, then I felt that theory demanded I discard the remains and weapon into the swamp. But they may have said it's bottomless, but I didn't actually know. People say large creatures like humans produce a lot of gas when they rot, granting a lot of buoyancy. That was why using fairly heavy objects to hold people down didn't work. Come to think of it, with the curse the year before last, Rika-chan's mother drowned herself in the swamp. The criminal behind the dismemberment went missing the first curse too. It was rumored he tried to discard the body in the swamp, but accidentally drowned in it. Yeah, so I think I'll end it here for today. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time, did I say I hope you enjoyed? Anyway, see ya.